Hello, Miraculashes. Christa Lee here. I am going to give it a minute, 2 minutes to just wait for everybody to get logged on, and then we can get going here. So as you join in, if you're already on, please feel free to comment, introduce yourself, tell me where you're from. I'd like this to be as interactive as possible as we get going, so I look forward to talking to you all. As you guys all jump on, I would love for you to just in the comments to say hello and let me know that you're in here, and I want you guys to be as interactive as possible. So I will probably repeat that a couple times as I see our viewers kind of all jump on. Hi Martha, hi Christy. Hi, Angie. Hi, Kelly. I'm excited to be in here. I'll probably give it till about, usually maybe like 2.5 minutes if you all are good with that. Hi, Amber. If you guys are all just joining, hi Samantha, please just say hello, let me know you guys are in here, and I'm going to give it about 1 more minute and then I'll get going. Awesome, I'm glad to see that, Samantha. Hi Lisa. All right, 30 more seconds and we'll be good to go. I see some people are just jumping on, so if you are just getting on, go ahead and introduce yourself, say hello. Hi, Gabriella. All right. We'll wait for a couple more people and then we should be good to go. Okay, so I'm going to start. First off, I want to say thank you to Angie and thank you to all of you guys for having me. I feel very honored to be able to come into your group and talk to you about sales and overcoming some obstacles. So my first disclaimer is that I would love for this to be as interactive as possible. So, oh, thanks, Angie. It's a beast. I will kind of take moments and breaks within my notes. So if you see me looking down, I'm just kind of referencing. I tend to just kind of go off on my own ways sometimes. But once we kind of hit a subject, and I'll open it up for Q&A, obviously, and then we can discuss some things before we move on to the next subject. So if you guys are all good with that, I'm going to get going. First off, to let you guys know a little bit about myself, my name is Christa Lee. I am an exclusive Purple Status presenter with Unique. I just celebrated my 2-year Y anniversary last month in May. I was the second person to join Kai Loren's team when she came to visit me in Michigan. She was sitting on my couch and had given me a mascara, and I fell in love, and I was like, oh, well, if you can do this, I can do this. And I never thought it would turn into kind of what it has. I was not good with social media. I was not good with any sort of technology. I was terrified of anything, and I was like, well, I could sell a couple mascaras here and there, but I'm never going to start a party because I was terrified and I didn't know how to start a party, nor host a party for somebody else online. That was a whole nother ballgame. So we'll get into all that. But I started in May of 2014, right after I had found out I was pregnant with my second child. I work as a full-time hairstylist and manager of a beautiful 5,000 square foot salon and spa where I manage over 53 employees there. I actively do hair behind the chair 3 days a week. I am also married, and I have 2 children. My son is 6 years old. His name is Parker, and my daughter is almost 18 months, and her name is Perry. So, little bit about my why journey. When I signed up with Unique, I hit yellow, I believe, in 6 days. I hit fast start in 15 days. I hit pink in 17 days, blue 1 month, green 3 months, orange 5 months. Then I sat at orange for a year. And then I hit purple in November of that following year, so November of 2015, which was actually the month before I had my daughter. Orange, November 2015, and then, no, November 2014, and then purple, November 2015. So I just hit purple in November, and I've maintained ever since, so we're kind of just pushing forward on our way to black. I had a huge milestone, just hit 50,000 in my lifetime PRS, so I love to sell, which is, I think, why Angie invited me in here. I find that I love our products, I love selling, I love sharing, I find adrenaline and excitement out of getting that sale, and I want you all to kind of feel that same thing too, as opposed to being maybe scared of it or nervous about it, and really just take a different aspect as to how you're approaching the selling part of this business. So something that we talk about a lot is sharing versus selling. So selling is salesy, and we all don't want to be salesmen. So sharing is loving what you're using, and just with a social media platform, giving that to your network. So if you love a certain recipe, you're sharing it. If you love a certain outfit, you're sharing it, pair of shoes, purse. It's the same thing when it comes to our makeup. So if you love our makeup, it's going to be easy for you to be able to talk about it with your friends, talk about it on social media, bring it up in conversation. It should be you sharing something as opposed to you feeling like you have to sell something to somebody. So that's kind of my first little subject. To give you a little background on how I do it. So I use Facebook, my personal page, for 100% of my online sales. So I don't have a VIP group. I don't have a separate private group page. I keep everything on my personal page and use that as my platform for online sales. So another thing that, as you guys can guess, is I don't ever, or nor have I ever, discounted or put a deal online, because I am not allowed to unless it's our kudos. So if you can transcend that into, like, if I'm using my Facebook wall, like, I'm not doing flash sales, I'm not promoting flash sales, I am gaining customers and clients that want to pay full price for our products and invest in their makeup. So if you are seeking or discounting or doing tons of flash sales, and I'm not saying that flash sales are bad, because if you're needing or pushing your team for a promotion, sometimes you do that. And I have a lot of girls on my team that do, but because of the platform that I choose, I don't do that. And I feel that I've gained a customer base that is pretty loyal to the makeup line and is willing to pay full price for the makeup line. So I find that with being on my regular Facebook page, I have a wider market than just segregating a certain group of women, per se, into a VIP beauty group and only promoting to them. So on my Facebook page, my personal page, I have men and women. I have a wider range of people. I can keep my algorithms high because I probably put a really nice 50-50 split of, like, my personal and family and work life mixed in with my Y life. So when I'm posting videos of my kids or my family or my vacation, like, I'm getting a lot of likes and comments and keeping those algorithms high. And then when I do end up posting a unique video or a tutorial or a kudos picture, I then am getting that surge into all of those people who have been active on my page. Another thing that I learned this at Unified when I went to Clearwater, and Angie was there with me, but there was a girl who suggested that making sure that every day you go through the lists of birthdays on your Facebook page and make sure you go onto their page and wish them a happy birthday, because it's giving you a different group of people every single day to comment on their wall, to kind of change it up and maybe algorithm wise hit them kind of in the next round of people. And it won't ever be the same person twice, obviously, in the same year. So I don't post buy this, I'm selling this. You want to kind of stay away from those salesy kind of questions, posts, and make it more interactive, or ask questions, or post something. Like recently, I think I took a selfie in the car, the sun was shining, it's like finally nice in Michigan. And I was like posting about like a nice summer lip, and I had on exactly what I have on now, which is upscale with a little bit of Lovable on it. And I got, I believe, 3 sales out of that, just from that little post of me just saying, check out my, oh, are you guys cutting out? Are we good? Okay, I'm gonna keep going unless everybody says it's cutting out. So doing things like that is again, sharing versus selling. Another thing is you want to really make sure that you're tailoring to pictures of you, videos of you. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are good. Your friends and your customer base are going to want to see you. They're not going to want to see other presenters. They're not going to want to see me. They're not going to want to see Angie. They're going to want to see you, because they're connected to you, and they want to see you wearing the makeup and you doing the videos and you making it real for them. Because anybody can post a kind of generic corporate picture, but if it's you using it and you showing them how to use it and breaking it down easy, I think a more like raw, unedited approach is really the best way to kind of view that. So with that being said, I'm done with my first little, using my Facebook wall, sharing versus selling. So do you guys have any questions in regards to that? Let's take like a couple, if anybody has anything in regards to what I said, or if I can clarify anything before I move on. All right, let us know, Shelly, when you get back, if it's better for you. No, Missy, I don't have a VIP group. So as I was saying before, I do everything all on my personal Facebook page. But I'm going to get into a little bit more of my approach to the business, which is the next one. So if I'm getting online sales or booking online parties, it's all from my personal Facebook page. How many friends do I have? Yes, I post videos on my wall all the time, just of me. I don't use any editing. I just would literally put my phone up in my window and do my makeup and talk. And another key is to, like, if I mess up, I just post it, because I don't have the time and it's real. And I think my friends and my customers appreciate that it's real and it's raw and it's not this edited video that they think that I'm like, oh, well, she must have cut something out, or, I think that you can relate to people more when you are as unedited and as raw as possible. So, so in regards to separate groups, yeah, I mean, I personally have never had a VIP group. A lot of my girls on my team, I mean, I think I have 763 people, and a lot of them have their own groups. So it's really preference and how you approach your business. And it's going to make a little bit more sense as to why I don't have a VIP group when I get into the next section of how I actually get the majority of my sales and keep a high PRS. So I'm not saying VIP groups are bad. I, in my training, suggest that people do it, but I also suggest that they stay as interactive on their personal walls as well, because I find that for me, I've had the most success with that. So how many friends do I have? I'm going to look at that. I actually don't know the answer to that question. So I have my phone here. And we all know I'm not really tech savvy. So let me figure out. And this can go to show you if you are not great with online. I don't even know how to look that up. Can someone tell me how to look that up? Isn't that sad? Let's see. I don't know.